ask you, do you also have a tenant garden? It's wonderful, isn't it? It's a place you can relax, play, or celebrate a party. It is always marvelously green and, oh dear, well, it cannot be that bad. There are a few good pieces of advice on how to revive your garden. Well, let's start with the hedge. The interior side should be cut back twice a year. Preferably, this should be performed at the beginning of the summer and towards autumn. Hedges, which separate two gardens, must also be trimmed from the top. At best, you can make arrangements with your neighbor. For all other hedges, we would be more than pleased to take care of the trimming from the outside as well as from the top. So all you have to take care of now is the lawn. Everything you need for this purpose is available at the hardware store. A lawnmower, a spud, fertilizer, and a garden hose. Depending on the condition of the lawn, initially use a fertilizer. What needs to be considered is usually specified on the packaging. For example, use one that features a depot function. In this way, it is ensured that the fertilization lasts approximately 3 months. Now, a little patience is required. It takes a bit of time until the lawn is able to absorb the nutrients and bring back a lush green. As soon as the lawn is growing, cut it back with the lawnmower once a week. In general, this is useful between mid-April and the end of October. In the spring, the lawn needs air. For this reason, perform verticutting and get rid of moss and weeds. By the way, speaking of weeds, depending on the location of the garden, it can sometimes grow more and sometimes to a lesser extent. Well, if it comes to this, there's only one thing that helps. Get down on your knees and use a spud in order to attack the root of the problem. Especially in the summer, or when dry phases are announced, you should allow adequate time in order to sufficiently water the lawn, always approximately 30 minutes in the morning and in the evening, even if it rained the day before. For this purpose, it is best to use a solid lawn sprinkler. If your lawn is intensively used, it also deserves an intensive care. Only in this way, it remains in good shape. If you maintain your garden on a regular basis, the effort is manageable, and you'll have a lot of fun with it.
Allbau, mein Zuhause in Essen.